They call it the most haunted house in the world. I'm here to find out why. My name isn't very important to know, it's the true life situation at hand that must be acknowledged. Tonight, I'm stepping into a nightmare. 24 hours. Alone. No crew, no cameras, just me and whatever else might be lurking in the shadows. The air is thick with dread. A chill crawls down my spine. This house, it feels alive, it's watching me. I take a deep breath and step inside. The door creaks shut behind me, sealing my fate. The only light comes from my flashlight, cutting a narrow path through the oppressive gloom. Every fiber of my being screams at me to turn back. But I push on. I have to see this through. Tonight, I confront the unknown. This house has a long, dark history. Built in the 1800s, it's seen more tragedy than any one place ever should. Murders, suicides, unexplained deaths. It's said that the land itself is cursed. Legends speak of a family brutally slain within these walls. Their spirits, unable to find peace, are said to roam the halls seeking revenge on the living. Some whisper of a gateway to another dimension, a portal that allows malevolent entities to cross over into our world. Over the years, countless paranormal investigators have attempted to unravel the mysteries of this house. Many fled in terror, their sanity shattered by whatever they encountered within. Others vanished without a trace, their fates forever unknown. I've studied the case files, I've seen the EVP recordings, but nothing could have prepared me for what awaits me inside. This house embodies darkness, and tonight, I am its prisoner. The front door creaks shut behind me. I'm trapped. The air is heavy, oppressive. It's the kind of silence that presses down on you, suffocating you. I shine my flashlight around, taking in my surroundings. The entrance hall is massive, with a high ceiling and a grand staircase that disappears into the darkness. Cobwebs hang like macabre decorations, and dust coats every surface. Time seems to stand still here. I can feel the weight of the house's history pressing down on me. Each step I take echoes through the silence, the sound amplified by my fear. I run my hand along the wall, feeling the rough texture of the decaying wallpaper. I try to imagine what this place must have been like in its prime. Was it once filled with warmth and laughter, or was it always a place of shadows and whispers? But something compels me forward. The grand staircase beckons me. Its dark wood gleams faintly in the dim light of my flashlight. I take a deep breath and begin my ascent. Each step creaks under my weight, the sound echoing through the empty house. The air grows colder as I climb. I can feel a presence here. Something unseen is watching me, following my every move. I stop on the landing, my hand gripping the cold, smooth wood of the banister. My heart races. I sense movement in the shadows at the top of the stairs. Something is there, just out of sight. I force myself to take another step, then another. The hallway stretches before me, dark and menacing. The hallway is shrouded in an almost palpable silence. It's the kind of silence that makes you strain to hear, even as you dread what you might find. The air feels thick, heavy, as if laden with unseen energy. I walk slowly, my flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. The doors lining the hallway are all closed, their paint peeling, their knobs covered in dust. Behind each door, I imagine, lies a story, a tragedy, a fragment of the house's dark history. Suddenly I hear it, a whisper, faint but unmistakable. It seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. My blood runs cold. I stop, holding my breath, listening intently. There it is again, a soft, mournful sigh, a name, spoken on the edge of hearing. The whispers seem to be growing louder, closer. The whispers lead me to a room at the end of the hall. The door creaks open as if inviting me in. This must be the nursery. The air here feels different. Heavier, colder. A child's nursery should be a place of joy, of innocence. But this room is filled with a sense of unease, of dread. In the corner, a rocking horse stands frozen in time. Its glassy eyes seem to follow me as I move. The walls are adorned with faded wallpaper, depicting whimsical animals that now seem sinister in the dim light. I pick my way carefully across the room, avoiding the toys scattered across the floor. A chill runs down my spine as I bend down to examine a porcelain doll lying discarded in the corner. Its face is cracked, one eye missing, giving it a disturbingly vacant expression. Scrawled on the wall, in what appears to be crayon, is a single word: help. I have to get out of this room. Fleeing the nursery, I find myself drawn to another room, the master bedroom. The door creaks open, revealing a cavernous space dominated by a grand four-post bed. Cobwebs drape the furniture like macabre shrouds, and the air is heavy with the scent of decay and despair. A chill runs down my spine as I step inside. The energy here is palpable, oppressive. I can feel the weight of countless sleepless nights, of whispered secrets, of unimaginable grief. This room has borne witness to both the heights of passion and the depths of human suffering. I run my hand along the dusty surface of a vanity table, my fingers tracing the outline of a silverback hairbrush. Several strands of long dark hair are still caught in its bristles, as if the owner had just stepped away moments before. I turn slowly, my flashlight beam cutting through the darkness, searching for the source of my unease. A cold draft draws my attention to a hidden door behind the tapestry. It leads to a rickety wooden staircase that disappears into the darkness. The basement. I hesitate, knowing that I should turn back. But an unseen force compels me forward. The air grows colder, damper as I descend. The smell of mildew and something else, something foul, assaults my nostrils. My flashlight beam dances across the damp stone walls, revealing glimpses of discarded furniture, rusted tools, and cobwebs thick as curtains. I come to a stop in front of a heavy wooden table. A single flickering candle casts long, dancing shadows on the walls. Scattered across the table's surface are a collection of old, leather-bound books, their pages filled with strange symbols and disturbing illustrations. I recognize some of the symbols from my research, symbols of ancient rituals, of forbidden knowledge, of summoning the dead. This house is not just haunted, it's a conduit, a gateway to something dark and powerful. I need to get out of here. Panic surges through me. I'm trapped. The air grows heavy, charged with static electricity. The single candle on the table flickers and dies, plunging me into absolute darkness. A low hum vibrates through the air, growing louder, more insistent. Then, I see it. A faint glow emanating from the center of the room. It pulses and swirls, taking on a shape, an entity. Fear threatens to overwhelm me, but I force myself to stand my ground. I shine my flashlight towards the apparition, but the beam seems to pass right through it. The entity speaks. Its voice is a low growl, echoing all around me, seeming to come from within my own mind. It tells me to leave, to never return. It warns me that this place is not meant for the living, that some doors are better left unopened. I find myself asking the entity questions. Who are you? What do you want? The entity hesitates as if surprised by my defiance. Then it lunges. I recoil, shielding my face with my arms. But instead of the physical assault I expect, I'm slammed back against the wall by an unseen force. The wind is knocked out of me and my flashlight clatters to the floor, plunging me into darkness once more. I struggle to breathe, my chest constricted with fear. I can feel its presence all around me, cold and menacing. It whispers in my ear, its voice a chilling hiss. It tells me that I'm meddling in things I don't understand, that I'm playing with fire. I scramble for my flashlight, my fingers closing around its cold metal casing. Show yourself, I shout. Face me! For a moment, the entity seems to falter. Its form flickers, its light dimming. The oppressive weight that has been pressing down on me lifts slightly. I sense a vulnerability in its presence. Could it be weakening? Tears stream down my face. A mixture of fear and frustration. I'm not sure why I'm still here, why I haven't turned and run. Maybe it's the adrenaline coursing through my veins, or maybe it's something else, a need to prove something to myself, to confront my fears head on. I stumble to my feet, my legs shaking, my entire body trembling with exhaustion and terror. But I keep the flashlight beam trained on the entity, refusing to break eye contact. Who are you? I whisper, my voice hoarse. Slowly the entity begins to change. Its swirling form coalesces, solidifies, until it takes on the shape of a young woman. She's beautiful, with long flowing hair and sad, haunted eyes. She's dressed in a simple white gown, and her bare feet don't seem to touch the ground. The woman reaches out a translucent hand towards me, her touch sending a shiver down my spine. I'm frozen in place, caught between terror and a strange sense of compassion. Her voice, when she speaks, is soft and melodic, like the tinkling of wind chimes. She tells me her story, a story of love, betrayal, and ultimately, murder. She speaks of the man she loved, a man who took her life within these very walls. She tells me that she's trapped here, bound to this place by her pain and anger, but she doesn't want revenge, she wants peace. She asks me for my help, to tell her story, to free her from this prison of stone and sorrow. "Will you help me?" she whispers, her voice filled with a desperate hope. My mind screamed at me to run, to get out of this cursed basement, but my heart ached for her. This woman, this spirit, she didn't want to harm me. She wanted peace. And something told me that helping her was the only way I was getting out of this house sane. Taking a shaky breath, I slowly reached out, my hand trembling as it met hers. The touch was ice cold, sending a jolt through my entire body, but beneath the chill, I felt a faint warmth, a spark of gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice filled with relief. "For hearing me, for believing. Tell my story," she pleaded. "Let the world know what happened here." She told me her name, and the name of the man who had betrayed her. She revealed the location of a hidden journal, a testament to her suffering, tucked away in the attic. "Find it," she urged. "Read my words and the world will know the truth." With a final, grateful smile she faded away, leaving me alone in the cold, damp basement. My heart pounded in my chest, a mixture of terror and a strange sense of purpose. I had a job to do. Finding my way out of the basement was a blur. I raced up the stairs, adrenaline propelling me forward. The house felt different now, the oppressive weight slightly lifted, and there, hidden beneath a pile of rotting cloth, was the journal. Hours flew by as I devoured her story. The betrayal, the heartache, the brutal murder. Her words painted a vivid picture of love and loss, of unimaginable pain and enduring hope. As I read, I felt a connection to this woman, this kindred spirit trapped within these walls. The night dragged on, each tick of the clock a hammer blow of fear and anticipation. I wouldn't lie, there were moments when I thought I'd lose my nerve, moments when the shadows seemed to writhe, and I imagined her murderer lurking in the darkness waiting to silence me as well, but I kept reading, driven by a promise I'd made to a ghost. As the first hint of dawn painted the sky outside the attic window, I closed the journal, my heart heavy with the weight of her story. I had faced my fears, confronted the darkness, and emerged forever changed. I had survived the night in the world's most haunted house. The morning light felt like a baptism. As I walked away from that house, each step took me further away from the darkness, closer to the world of the living. The house loomed behind me, a silhouette against the rising sun, a stark reminder of the terrors I had faced and the promises I had made. I kept my word. The journal, her story, became my obsession. I shared her tale with the world, carefully preserving her anonymity but ensuring her truth was heard. The world listened. Her story resonated, sparking conversations about love and loss, about justice and forgiveness, and somewhere, in the in-between, I hope she found peace. This house, this experience, it changed me. It showed me the depths of human cruelty and the enduring power of the human spirit. It taught me that sometimes the greatest bravery is facing our fears, even when they whisper in the dark. So I leave you with this. Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever felt an unexplainable presence? Share your stories in the comments below, and if you're ever brave enough to spend a night in a haunted house, remember her story. Remember that sometimes the greatest horrors are the ones we inflict on each other. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more paranormal investigations, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and stay scared. Even now her presence lingers, not in a frightening way but as a constant reminder of the weight of untold stories, the echoes of pain that reverberate through time. I visit the house sometimes, drawn back by an invisible thread. It stands empty, of course, but never truly vacant. I've dedicated my life to seeking out these forgotten narratives, to giving voice to the shadows. It's a calling, I suppose, born from that one terrifying, life-altering night. The fear hasn't vanished entirely, how could it? But it's different now. It's a companion, a reminder to tread carefully, to listen closely, to respect the delicate veil that separates our world from whatever lies beyond. So I ask you, dear viewer, what truly frightens you? Is it the creaking floorboards in an old house? The whispers of wind through a graveyard? Or is it the darkness that resides within ourselves? The potential for cruelty and indifference that haunts us all? We are all haunted in a way. By our pasts, our regrets, the roads not taken. But it's in confronting those fears, in shining a light on the darkest corners of our hearts, that we find our true strength. Tell me what haunts you. Share your stories in the comments below. Let's face our fears together, one flickering candle at a time.